Dakin heard you because he is taking the penalty.
Well, Coach, I have a headphone up here, and anything that Coach Dakin does, he has to ask me first, and then we go that way. I'll tell you right now, I think Penny's, once they get inside the 20, I think the passing attack will be taken away, and I think East Hartford's excellent against the run. However, they're a little deficient in the pass defense.
All right, so it's going to be first down and 15 on the 30. Hawkins in motion. Donovan back to pass again. A blitz. And it's picked off by number 32, Frank Gregoire. And he's finally knocked out of bounds by Brian Donovan. And a great defensive play by Frank Gregoire. Donovan was under pressure. Number 53 was blitzing Tim Downs. And Brian Donovan threw that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted to. And Frank Gregoire, making a good drop, was right there to intercept it.
As I said before, Mike, you get inside the 20, it's a little harder to throw that pass because the defense is a little compact in there, and you get the coverage. And that's just what happened. He threw into the teeth of the defense, and Gregoire playing cornerback picked it off.
McKean's got the team ready. Now to Parlenti, straight up the middle. And there's another penalty. I see a flag thrown. Parlenti made maybe 1 yard. And it is holding against East Hartford, and that's going to be a big penalty. That'll be a 15-yarder.
Is it 15 yards now? 10. What is it, 10 or 15 now?
I think in the pros it's 10. I think in high school it's still 15.
Right.
And this is really going to hurt because you have to make up all that yardage just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tommy Parlante was a ball carrier, and he picked up about 3 yards. And during the season, he had 250 yards in the ground. He had 4 yards per carry. And he is a burly type runner. He's also the catcher on the baseball team who the scouts, I guess, are looking at.
Oh, he's a very, very fine catcher. He was one of the best I've seen all last year, and I had probably the best one in the area. And I'm going to tell you, Tommy is not too far behind him. He's just an excellent catcher. Okay, a pitch out to Frank Gregoire. Breaks, turns up the corner. Penny bends a little bit, and number 44 made the tackle. And that is Richie White.
Frank has been a breakaway threat on the outside. He's a good inside runner also. During the year, he had 66 points on 11 touchdowns, and he's probably the biggest touchdown threat in East Hartford's backfield.
Well, I'll tell you, Frank has been very, very impressive so far in this particular contest. He's just done it all defensively and offensively. He's just one of the premier backs I've seen all year long. All right, now a little cross buck, and number 20, Joe Conti ran the ball. He slipped, and there was no gain, so it'll be third and approximately 15 to go.
Joe Conti injured most of the season. He usually plays defensive backfield and offensive backfield, but he was injured. He was out of 4 or 5 games and just got off crutches for the Wyndham game, and this is probably his first action.
Oh, and it's very difficult coming off a leg injury because it just takes time to get the full strength in your leg. McKean back to pass. Big rush. He pumps, throws, overthrows his receiver number 22, Joe Sparveri. So Penny on a big rush and excellent coverage. I think John just threw that ball away just so it wouldn't be intercepted.
I think John's got a strong arm, and he saw that Sparveri was covered, and Joey Sparveri, probably leading the team in receptions with 18 for 267 yards, was the primary receiver on that play, and he said he just had it unloaded out of bounds.
So Parlenti will be back to punt for the Hornets, and the 2 deep receivers will be Scott Anderson and Gary Roediger. The ball's hit, a low bouncing kick, and East Hartford downs it very, very quickly, so Penny would not get a chance to run that ball down.
Keith Canby.
Keith Canby is quick. I'm very, very impressed with him. I mean, he gets down that field. I mean, he got there before the ball could bounce a second time.
Parlante punting for probably the only punter. I guess Sparveri's punting on occasion, but Parlante's averaging like 37 yards per punt on the year, and they're not the prettiest punts in the world, but they seem to get the yardage.
So with 9 minutes to go in the second quarter, the East Hartford Hornets are leading the Black Knights of Penny 7-0. Donovan back to throw. Oh, picked off. A big interception by Tom Parlenti. So he threw it a little bit low, and I'm going to tell you something. East Hartford's defense is very, very impressive today.
I talked to Coach White prior to the start of the game this week, and I was out to practice, and the defensive team was pushing around that sled like it had roller skates on, and they were really inspired, and Parlante picked it off. He's got about 5 interceptions on the year, and he was right in the right place at the right time.
And East Hartford is in very, very good field position. McKean looks left and looks right. Gregoire in motion. Now he's going to throw right off the bat. They're trying to make the big play. Wide open, number 22, Joe Sparveri, and it was caught. So a great catch by Joe Sparveri, deep in the Penny territory. And from this angle, it's really very difficult to see where the ball is.
At the 20-yard line?
It looks like it's approximately the 20-yard line. But I think there was a flag down, and we're going to find out what the call is. Personal foul, Penny. So they're going to tack on at least another 10-15. Depends on where the ball is. And the Hornets are knocking on the touchdown door again.
What happened on that play? John underthrew the ball, and I think that's the only way he could do it. When he underthrew the ball, Sparveri picked it up, and as the defensive back for Penny was going for the ball, he kind of pushed him prior to the ball.
That's right.
That's pass interference.
That's right, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hornets on the Penny 5. So they have only 5 yards to go. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Gregoire carried right. Penny.
They stacked up well against.
Oh yes, the good game tackling there. But there is a penalty holding against the Hornets, and penalties have played a big part in this game already.
I think it's played a big part keeping East Hartford off the scoreboard.
That's right.
A couple of these penalties, East Hartford to maybe have 14, 21
right.
points here.
At least 14, because it stopped their drive just a few minutes ago. So it'll be 1st and 10 or 1st and 20 on the 20. So East Hartford has their work cut out for them now.
Look here, I look for a pass here. I think we're going to put a couple guys in the end zone, maybe Montov and Sparveri, and then we're going to go over the pass.
So with 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go, East Hartford now is going into the shotgun offense. The snap to McKean, who's looking, double pumps, wide open, Canby, touchdown, East Hartford. McKean went back, he had plenty of time, and I'll tell you, Canby can really fly. Keith Canby just got himself open. McKean threw a strike, and East Hartford is on the board again, and it is 13-0 Hornets.
I'll tell you, and as I said before, I thought 20 yards out, I thought Coach Dakin was going to decide to throw it in the end zone. That's just what he did. I thought he was going to go to Sparveri. However, Keith Canby, as he said, that's his 8th reception in his year, the first touchdown, but the kid can run. He played in Waterbury prior to coming to East Hartford, and he told me he was ready for this game, and I guess he is.
He's just doing a great job. He's playing inspired football. Okay, the kick is blocked, and the score with 7:36 to go in the first half is East Hartford 13 and Penny nothing. And East Hartford looks like they're dominating this ball game. They're doing it offensively and they're doing it defensively. They're just doing a good job totally on that field today.
I'll tell you though, Penny, they don't look that bad. That's just a few breaks here and there, a couple of passes, and had a few interceptions which hurt them. But I'll tell you right now, East Hartford could win this half. However, we got another half to go, and it could be Penny's half. So you never can tell in these games. And that blocked extra point may be a very pivotal part of this game here, because I think it's going to be a close game going down the wire. And I think that 1 point is going to be a deciding factor. I'll tell you right now.
So East Hartford Hornets are just psyched up. They are playing extremely well. They are controlling the ball offensively. They are controlling Penny really defensively, coming up with several big plays. So Parlante booms one. The ball's picked up finally, and number 81 made the tackle for East Hartford. Mike Grabowski.
First time we've heard that name today, but it seems like
Well, his brothers could play.
Mike was playing soccer his first year as a freshman. He wasn't really that big as a freshman, and he seemed to filled out. And I think he wants to follow in the footsteps of his brother. It's really tough playing in the shadows of two former players here at East Hartford High School, but I think he's going to find his own niche.
Okay, second back through, Roediger, and a nice pickup. Canby again, number 80, made the tackle. So Keith Canby is all over the field.
They hit him so hard that time, and it knocked one of his shoes off, so I hit the tackling pretty hard out there.
So an 8-yard pickup by Gary Roediger, and I'll tell you, Penny now has to start moving the ball and score. If they can score before this half is over, at least it'll give them a little bit more momentum coming out.
Well, I think, I don't know if they're going to be a little gun shy in the passing department. I think they're going to try to keep it on the ground. Taken down by Footman.
Scott Anderson on the carry, and I think he got a first down. So that's the first down running Penny has had so far in this game. And they do, like you said, have to establish some kind of running, because you just can't sit back there and pass all day long. You have to mix them up and, you know, get first downs both running and passing.
Because if they're going to sit back and pass at the end of the game, they're just going to put back their ears back and go in and get the quarterback. You got to establish that running game.
Well, the second back through again, and Roediger all the way to the 45 of East Hartford. So Penny is running the ball quite well right now, and it'll be second down and a long 4 yards to go for the Black Knights.
I'm quite impressed with Anderson, Roediger, and Hawkins in the backfield. I'll tell you, they can run that ball. They get in the open, and it's going to be 6 for Penny.
So Donovan looks left and right, barks out the 6. Oh, an option play to Roediger, and he cuts back in. And actually, East Hartford defensed that quite well. They had somebody out there boxing it in and forced Roediger to cut up earlier than he wanted to.
And Gregoire put the finishing touches on that, but that play, I think it was doomed from the start. It was a nice play, but I don't think Hawkins had his feet.
No, what happened is they tackled Donovan very early and forced him to pitch that ball sooner than he wanted to.
And this turf out there is really slippery, and you've got to really get hold of yourself out there. If not, you start making a cut and down you go.
You're right. So they lost the yard on that play, so it'll be 3rd down and 5. Okay, to Roediger, second time back through again, and this time he did not quite get a first down.
Tackled by Tuller.
Tuller on the tackle. So it'll be 4th down and about 2. And I think Coach Nurk is now at a point where he might have to go for this.
If he goes in the air, I think he's going to have a problem, because it's the 4th down now, and he got 2 here at almost midfield. If he doesn't make it, he's in trouble. I don't know. I think Coach Nurk has been around enough. I think he's going to punt it away and put East Hartford in a deficit here, and then play for the second half. I mean, if you go right now and go for it, don't make it, and that's maybe 7 more points for East Hartford, and you're looking at a 20-0 disadvantage at halftime.
And that would be almost insurmountable.
At this point in this field here, and if the rain picks up here, I think we're going to be in trouble. And if you get a 20-point lead in the team, and they're going to pass, and at this point in time, they're passing that ball.
That's a very good point, because you're right. It is supposed to rain later on. If that rain comes a little earlier than anticipated, with a 13 or 20-point lead, it will be very difficult to catch the Hornets. So that's a good point. Penny has called timeout, deciding now what they really want to do on this very critical 4th down play.
And I like the idea this year of letting the coaches go on the field here at a timeout. So I think it gives the kids more guidance out there.
That's right, because they are learning still. That's right, and trying to teach as well as just play the game. Penny is going to go for it. Now they make that shift. It didn't work. Now Donovan looks left, looks right. To Roediger, and a big first down for the Black Knights. So Coach Nurk is going to go all out, it looks like, and try to win this ball game. So a big first down for the Black Knights. And they are finally establishing some running game, and this is going to be a very important factor to make their passing even more potent. Because it's obvious that Donovan can throw the ball, but if you have to throw it all the time, it's just not quite as effective.
Mike, people are still coming in here.
You're kidding. They are.
They're still coming in here.
And we have been encircled now by fans. Oh, second back throw, and Roediger. Montalvo on the tackle. And Roediger now is getting the ball an awful lot because he's their bread and butter back for Penny. He just takes the bulk of the carries, and he has done just a great job for Penny.
Does Roediger play defense also?
That's right, he plays defensive safety, so he's on that field all the time.
I'll tell you though, a young kid like that, you're playing both ways. You talk about the end of the game. I don't know what he has left. What do you think?
Well, he's done it so many times this year, I think he's kind of used to it now. A little pitch out to Hawkins. A great block by number 41. Scott Anderson actually made that play go. It was a great pitch. I agree with that, but Scott Anderson blocked all the way downfield and allowed Hawkins to get an extra 8-9 yards.
I'll tell you, it was a nice play. It was picked up the first down, and he was tackled on the play by Keith Canby and Jeff Footner, who came out from his inside linebacker position to take him down.
So Penny now has the ball on East Hartford's 22-yard line and are driving. Roediger again on the carry, another 3-yard pickup. Montalvo and Lavoie on the tackle. So Penny is driving with 3:30 to go in the first half. Penny desperately wants to put some kind of points on the board.
I think if they've got to put at least 6 on here. They got to go for a 6-point run here. They got to go for a pass pretty soon because you got 3 minutes left. If they don't get that touchdown, they're going to be a big disadvantage.
Yes. Okay, Donovan to Anderson, a big run by Anderson. And all of a sudden, the Penny running game is just doing a great job. The people up front, just like East Hartford did, their front 4 have just opened up things, and now it's going to be 1st and 10 on the Penny, or on the East Hartford 11-yard line.
As I said
and
before,
there's about 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second back through. And Gary Roediger is running extremely well. And Brian Canby again came up with the tackle, but Roediger looks like he's running possessed. I mean, he is giving Penny a second and third effort.
I'll tell you, the backs are getting through the holes. You can tell because the tackles are being made by the safeties,
yes.
and that's not good.
That's not good. So it'll be second down and 4 yards to go, and Penny's running game is just finally taken over for the Black Knights, and they didn't have to use one pass in this series. And finally, Penny's running game has established itself.
Oh, I think it was just a matter of time where Hawkins, Anderson, and Roediger showed their fine talents, and it's just a matter of time. And you can go to the well a few times, you don't make it, but they're such quality runners that they're just going to break away. You know, you get stopped twice, and the third time, hey, you pick up 10 yards. So there's your average right there, 3 times a carry, and that's high school football.
So Coach Dakin is out there explaining to his defense what he wants done to make sure that there is no mistakes on what kind of formation he wants to run. He runs off the field, and with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half, the Black Knights are driving, and the Hornets are digging in, and we thought this would be a great ball game, and there's no question that these two teams are playing their hearts out to win this last ball game. Donovan shifts.
The defensive line, one of the players in the
one of the defensive players for East Hartford was pulled off sides, and that was only the first time that worked because Penny has shifted several times today and nothing happened.
You know, when you get down to the goal line, you're so tense.
Oh yeah, you're anticipating and you're trying to get off the ball as quickly as possible. So now it's going to be second down and 3 on the East Hartford 3-yard line, and the Black Knights desperately need a score right here. All the way down to the 1-yard line. So Roediger on the carry in a wishbone formation, took the ball all the way down to the 1. So it could be a first down. There's going to be a measurement. And this would be a break for Penny if they get a first down out of this. That way they'll have 4 tries to go maybe a half a yard.
It looks to me that they're going to come up short, I bet, about 2 inches. It's so close. I can see from the sidelines. It's tough to see from up here, but I bet they're going to be about 2 or 3 inches short on this play here.
Officials timeout for measurement.
And you're right. It's only 2 inches away, so Penny still has 2 downs to make 2 inches and 2 downs to make 6 inches for the score. So one way or the other, you know the Black Knights are going to go for it.
They've got to get in there, punch a score in here with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Bringing in the change for East Hartford, we got Joe Negri, who works in the guidance department, and Leo Schultz, and holding the down mark, we got Bernie Danley over there.
The English teacher at Penny. So we got the big crew out, the chain gang.
We go big time when we go for the big games. We bring out the big people.
Now Donovan looks left, looks right. Touchdown, Penny! Norris Hawkins just drove low and went over for the Black Knights, and it puts Penny back in this ball game. They didn't score on that series. Penny was in an awful lot of trouble because there's only 2:06 to go in this second quarter.
I don't know what Penny's going to do here. Do they kick, or are they going to go for the 2
Roediger
points?
does kick, but I don't know if Teddy wants to do that right now. But we'll see. Because he's going for 2. He's rolling. He throws, and it's good! Donovan kept rolling, and they did not put any pressure on him. And he threw to Scott Anderson, who was wide open, and Penny, in a big conversion, now makes the score 13-6. 13-8.
That was an all-important score for Penny High School. It was a good conversion. Now they're only 5 points down, and only a touchdown. They're only 1 touchdown behind. They score a touchdown, they go ahead. They don't have to worry about the extra point or the kick. You still have 2 minutes left in the second quarter, so a lot of things can happen here. This quarter's not over yet.
Roediger will kick for Penny. Penny Montalvo, and she's 10 yards in for East Hartford.
What East Hartford does sometime in the receiving team, what they do, Mike, is they'll go reverse. Camby will get the ball and hand off to Montalvo and try to deceive the on-rushing linemen.
So this is really turning out to be the kind of game we expected.
I told you that extra point
this game
missed by East Hartford is going to be critical.
Because now if Penny scores 6, they go into the lead without even having to put an extra point on the board.
I'll tell you.
So it is everything we expected. It's starting to drizzle a little bit now. There's an onside kick, and is it out of bounds? If Penny has recovered, it'll be their ball, but it looks like it went out of bounds first, and we'll see right now what the officials say.
Are the new rules now, how do they work that, Mike, in the out of bounds? They take it where, is it a penalty, or they take the ball?
They could. I think East Hartford's going to take it there, because look how far, look at the field position they have. Sometimes I wonder if onside kicks, unless it's like the last play of the game or the last minute of the game, are really worth it. Look where East Hartford's going to be getting the ball on offense.
The wind's picking up here.
Yes.
My brother just skated off the truck here, and the weather is picking up at East Hartford, and I'm just going to have to bill that umbrella here to the cable TV network.
So East Hartford gets the ball on their own 40 on the kick that went out of bounds to Parlenti. Big hole! And a big tackle by Danny Petrella, number 40, stopping Tommy Parlenti. But there's a flag on the play, holding East Hartford.
Well, that seems to be the bugaboo here at East Hartford.
3 times now, that same call. So it must be that someone must be hooking one of the linemen down on that field, because that's going to hurt. That's a 15-yard penalty. And now East Hartford now has 1st and 25. And I sure Coach Dakin doesn't want to do or open up or throw the ball and have Penny intercept it and have 2 minutes
I'll tell you right
to put it in.
The momentum seems like it's swung around here. And East Hartford had a momentum for almost the first quarter and half of the second quarter. However, now
the Black Knights seems to be on a roll. McKean. Oh, hit. Gregoire was hit by a host of Penny tackles led by Mike Keeney, number 66. And you could hear that hit right up here.
I'll tell you.
We're kind of far from the field.
I wouldn't want to be down there right now running that ball. And I think Gregoire was met by, you know, the graduating seniors from the Penny High School
That's right.
line. And we've got 2nd down and 25 here. And I think Coach Dakin is what he's going to do is going to take the 5 points into the locker room.
Canby went in and Sparveri comes out for the Hornets.
Geese going south.
2nd down.
To Parlenti up the middle and tackled by number 63 for Penny.
And timeout, Penny High School. What Coach Nurk, I think, is trying to do here, Mike, he's trying to save the clock and hoping East Hartford punch the ball away and maybe get a punt return.
Yes, I think
a long pass.
Yeah, I think Penny wants to get that ball back because Donovan does throw that ball well. And if he gets the time he did last time on that extra point, because he rolled out to the right there, he can throw that ball accurately. The only problem that Brian might have, or Donovan might have, is when they put on a big rush and he has to throw it a little bit early.
Well, they've got time out on the field now. Coach Dakin's out there, and I don't think we have any problem. We don't really know what he's saying to his players, but I can tell you in a few words, he is telling them he's got to get on the stick here. It looks like that East Hartford wants to go into the locker room now, and they've got 54 seconds left in the ball game. They got to play the next 54 seconds, and they look a little disheveled out there. And Penny's coming on strong, but Coach Dakin, usually can hear him from up here, and he's a little bit more calm.
He's a great motivator, and he'll get his team back to playing tough football because that's one of his great assets is to motivate his ball players. McKean back to throw, and he's being pushed out of the pocket, throws on the run, intercepted by number 44. And he's still on his feet. He's still on and finally brought down. Richie White with a big interception, and Penny with 40 seconds to go in the first half are going to get the football in very good field position.
Well, I was surprised at that, and I thought Coach Dakin was going to take it on the ground and punt it away, but I guess they said, I'm going to go for 6 more and maybe try to surprise the Penny defensive team.
I think he was counting on Penny, not thinking he was going to throw at that particular time. But the Black Knights dropped off beautifully and was picked off by, that pass was picked off by Richie White. Donovan back to pass. Throws up the middle. Oh, overthrows number 41, Scott Anderson. And East Hartford had really that defended quite well. There were 4 people back there in back of Anderson, and there was no way Penny was going to get a score out of that one.
Joe Sparveri and Eddie Montavo and Canby circled the receiver. Sparveri had his hands on it. He could have picked it off, and he had the whole left sideline to himself.
That's
and
right.
Been, see you later on that one.
Penny might come up with that crisscrossing pass pattern they gave to Hawkins. Remember that a few moments ago, which was very successful. Donovan throwing again. Long! Roediger! Oh, incomplete.
I'll tell you right now.
That was almost, if that ball wasn't hung up so long, that would have been a completion because Roediger had beaten his coverage over there.
The coverage by Sparveri was there. Roediger had a half step on him. However,
but the ball hung up too long, yes.
Sparveri tipped it, but he tipped it up, and that's dangerous. You saw that Atlanta Falcon game.
That's right, that Hail Mary play, that's right.
Well, that's what they're doing right now.
So with 15 seconds to go in the first half, Penny is putting the ball up and trying to get a quick score here. Okay, Donovan back again to throw. Throws a screenplay over here, and it's hit, but Anderson holds on and runs out of bounds.
Knocked out of bounds by
East Hartford had that diagnosed quite well because it was camouflaged quite well by Penny.
Well, I can see Coach Dakin and Coach Konopka telling his safeties to play as far back as you can here. Canby and Montavo are a good 20 yards off the line of scrimmage. They're not going to get beat by a play. They're going to let him throw, let him get 15 yards, let the time run out. You got 6 seconds left, and we got another timeout in the field.
So Penny has to decide what they want to do. I think they're going to run a play because with 6 seconds, it'll probably take 6 seconds for a play to be completed here. And I think Penny's going to maybe try to go for it because I think Coach Nurk has already indicated when he went for that 4th down play that he's going to go try to win this game. This is his last one. I think he's going to go all out and try to win at any cost today.
I think he's in the huddle now. I think he's conjuring up something, pulling something out of maybe the Plainville or Weaver bag of tricks here, and he's going to come up with something here. And I think East Hartford better be ready for this, because if they're not, they're going to be a little bit surprised. However, Coach Dakin's out there talking to the troops.
I'd be surprised if Penny scored on this. He's going to have his people really back there, and no one's going to get behind any of these. Look how far back they are. No one's going to get behind those defenders.
Well, if they get behind him, they're going to be in the locker room
That's
behind them. I think they're going to be here.
So Penny comes out. Donovan setting his troops in the correct formation, goes back to throw. Uh-oh, good rush. Rolls out of the pocket. He's running, but he's not going to go anywhere. He has to run out of bounds. And he's hit out of bounds.
It's like he's hurt on the play. He's out of bounds. I don't even think he was touched by a player. I think he just...
I think he was hit on just as he was going out of bounds by number 32, Frank Gregoire.
Steve Tuller was over there on the tackle.
Or Tuller. So at the end of the first half, a thrilling first half, 13-8 in favor of the Hornets of East Hartford over the Black Knights. And this last one is turning out exactly the way we thought it was going to turn out. A great, great ball game. And Penny is really upset out there. I think they thought he was hit late on that last play, and this is going to be really some kind of finish this second half. Just recapping the scoring in this contest. East Hartford dominated that first quarter, and with 6:01 to go, McKeon went back and threw a 4-yard scoring pass to Tom Parlenti. And the score, and Parlenti kicked the extra point, and the score was 7-0 in favor of the Hornets. The Hornets continued to dominate the action in the first part of the second quarter, and with 7:36 to go in the quarter, McKeon again went back and threw a 20-yard pass to Brian Canby. And the point after was blocked, Keith Canby, and the point after was blocked, and the score was 13-0. And it looked like East Hartford was dominating the contest, but Penny reestablished their running game, and with 2:06 left in the second quarter, Norris Hawkins went over from the 1. Scott Anderson and Donovan teamed up for the point after, and the score at halftime is 13-8, and a real exciting ball game.
I think penalties played an important part in the first half. East Hartford, I have penalized 3 times for holding. It's a total of 45 yards there, and they had drives, they had the ball. However, they did score after one of the penalties, but I think penalties play an important part, and I think the momentum has changed severely here, and Penny has taken the momentum. They're slight, they're walking off that field, and East Hartford walking off a little bit down. However, I think that halftime speech by Coach Dakin, I think you probably can hear that right out here, and I think they'll be up for that second half, as will Penny. And as I said before, that missed extra point try by East Hartford is going to be very pivotal.
Yes, I agree with you.
Juncture in the game.
So Penny went into the locker room on the upswing because scoring and really dominating finally only the last maybe 8 minutes of this game. I mean, in the first half. And Penny will receive the kick the second half, so that'll be a little added incentive. They're going to get the ball right away and test that tough East Hartford defense. Right now you can see the Penny drill team and the Penny marching band performing for the people. So let's watch the Penny drill team and Penny marching band.
I had to get a halftime guest or something. You know, somebody can interview at halftime. Oh yeah, we should. We should grab some. Let me get some. We'll get some. How about John Larson or something? Anybody.
If John came by, we can get him to say something. Love it. They might have turned it off, though. I don't know.
Oh, ask him.
You'd have to ask him.
You leave it on. I'm going to get somebody to interview.
How are you, Tim? Kidding? I might hurt myself.
He's back. How you doing? I like it. finally made it.
How about you?
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
Go away. Tell your father he's in trouble.
God, the rain is hell. All right? Oh, gee.
Tommy! 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 Oh, good. You know? Find John Larson for me. John Larson. Yeah. No, hand it for me. Find John Larson. Congratulations. That's how you picture your picture. That's it. That's it. Big one. Thank you. if I can do umbrella. Where'd I go? Oh, it's fine. Tommy! This way.
Oh, you can bend those things off. Yeah, well, maybe we'll recap a little bit and lead into Penny getting the kick and all that. Wow, big crowd now.
I expected more, I don't know why.
Me too. It's not, I'd say the weather hurt it, and not parking in here hurt it. Because yet they look how far they have to go.
With a special routine choreographed by our co-captains Kristen Brennan and Renee Steers, our drill team presents Beat It. The band routine has been charted by Assistant Drum Major Marcus Owens.
Wow.